Welcome! Today we're reacting to Court of the Cry Bullies, Why People Hate the Left by Sean Head. Let's frickin' begin. Okay. A very sarcastic intro, but let's go.
And welcome to another episode of What the Hell is Going On with your host, Ugly Belle Delphine. Now, before you ask, yes, there is an Epstein Files video coming out.
Okay, good, yeah.
Everyone has, like, streamer brain nowadays, and, like, every fucking video has to be breaking news in order to get the most views. But I am taking my time with it. I'm sure you understand, there is a lot happening.
Yeah.
You know, with this anti-Semitic culture right now, she voted against a resolution condemning.
Oh,
is
Jewish.
I just want to be clear.
You want to go there, Attorney General?
What? That's happening in the United States of America? What's that? What happened here? Can someone explain? But I have no idea.
Do you want to go there?
Did she just, like, get triggered? Something.
Gentlemen, talking about anti-Semitism to a woman who lost her grandfather in the Holocaust.
Your country, sir. Anyway, let's just forget about these satanic billionaire pedophiles running the world, and let's talk about some internet drama, shall we? Because that is what's really important. For a little over a decade now, the most inane things can get you called a racist or a Nazi on the internet, to the point where these words hold little to no meaning anymore. It's so bad that when someone is called a racist or a Nazi,
I would like to have like one of those emotes where you have like a cup of tea and you're sipping, you know, right? I'm like that right now. Like, yeah, yeah, sip, yeah.
Online, I'm immediately like, oh, what funny joke did they tell? But ladies and gentlemen, we have officially come to the point where not saying anything also makes you a racist Nazi. For the few of you watching this channel who are employed, there's a very popular Twitch streamer named Emaru. She's a cosplayer and just kind of a fun, chill, normie video game streamer. Well, the other day, someone in her chat asked her opinion about ice, and this is what she had
That was 2 weeks ago, by the way.
to say.
Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to, like, say their opinions on, like, important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
In a world where it seems like every
I mean, see, I already did a statement about that, and I believe Emiru is correct, yeah.
single celebrity is just screaming their political takes completely unprompted.
That's also true. I don't understand why, like, celebrities just do that. It's like, oh, I'm gonna say something political. It's going to be so cool. Yes.
This was a refreshing thing to hear. Seems like a pretty sane, rational, inoffensive thing to say, right? Wrong. This short little clip where she—
Oh, you didn't say anything. You are disagreeing with us. Oh, you are the very big bad. You killed millions, you know, because you didn't agree.
To avoid controversy, ended up being one of the most controversial dramas this year. I feel like decades worth of news has happened in the past like 2 months, don't you? Every day there's like a breaking story of the most insane shit you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah, yesterday YouTube broke, and you had to speak Japanese a bit, and then English, and then, yeah.
And everyone is expected to have a fully formed opinion on every single breaking story. There's pressure to react, to pick a side, to condemn, to defend. But the reality is, when a story first breaks, we're usually not seeing the full picture. And that's why for years now, I have been using today's sponsor, Ground News. So let's quickly give them a shout out.
That is actually a great way to get like the ad segment.
Before we jump into today's video,
go.
Ground News is a website and an app that lets you see how news stories are
gonna
being
drink my
covered
cola.
all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of political bias, ownership, and headlines that helps you understand the full story and really make sure you're getting both sides. They really make it fun and easy to compare headlines to see how political bias and media ownership can affect the framing of a story. For example, let's take a look at this one about how RFK admits he used to snort cocaine off toilet seats.
That is very unhygienic.
If you look it up on Ground News, a right-wing headline covers it like this: RFK revealed why he wasn't scared of COVID. It was a legendary answer. And a left-wing outlet covers the same story like this: Robert F. Kennedy Jr. doesn't fear germs, and his reason is really, really gross. Same story, completely different vibes. The
Yeah.
ground news feature I like the most is the blind spot tool. It shows you how news stories have been covered by only one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how Hillary Clinton says migration has gone too far. Rare Hillary Clinton W. Suspicious. 37 sources covered it, 91% of those sources were right-wing, and only 4% were left-wing. Interesting.
The CNN, the infamous fake news media, actually covered it.
Or this one
Wow.
about how middle-class Americans are selling plasma because of financial pressure.
Yeah.
Americans are selling their blood because they're so poor.
Yeah.
71% of the sources that covered this were left-wing, and
And the right wing didn't, because right wing is big money makers and the left wing is big not money makers.
only 14% were right-wing. I have been using Ground News for like 5 years now, and I am obsessed. It is one of the first apps I open when I wake up in the morning. It really helps me stay informed and helps me keep up with the news for my videos. But don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center recognized Ground News as an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview.
That is actually pretty massive when like a organization that has Nobel and Peace and Center in its name, you know, actually says, "Oh yeah, you're doing a pretty good job, you know."
Best of all, I'm
Fantastic,
currently
yeah.
offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. This comes to only like $5 a month, which is like the price of a cup of coffee nowadays. To get the
I mean, yeah, it literally like it costs literally like less than a hamburger, pretty much.
40% discount, just go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code on screen right here, or click the link in the video description down below to subscribe to their Vantage plan today. Big thanks to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad as always.
Yay!
Right? Now let's
Yay!
get back to the video.
Yay!
In this video,
Video!
we are going to
Finally!
talk about the drama surrounding Emaru, the people trying to cancel her, the mistake the left
Yeah.
is making by embracing cancel culture again. We're gonna read some insane, hilarious tweets, of course, and then we'll
Yay.
talk about my personal experience with these people. And
Oh.
what do I mean by these people? I mean the cult of the cry-bullies. I'm sorry if I sound even more like a
I like how. Wait, can we go back? This looks like 2014 or 2016, actually. We're back. We're so
Sorry if I
back.
sound even more like a prepubescent boy in this video. I am a little bit sick, but I am here, slaving over a hot laptop for you. If you guys saw my last video, you know I am quite
Yeah.
critical of ICE. I don't think we should abolish them, of course, but I think it is good and healthy to criticize your government. I am
Yeah.
a political culture war commentator. I talk about political topics often. People come to
Yeah.
me to hear my political opinions.
Yeah, that's true.
Not
Sometimes.
everybody wants to be a political YouTuber or streamer. And not everybody wants to listen to a political YouTuber or streamer. Sometimes we just want to have fun and talk about other things. There are a lot
Yes, and that's why on Twitter you have 50 people saying, "You should not do politics as a VTuber. I demand you stop doing politics as a VTuber because it makes me feel bad." Yes, this is what happens on Twitter, by the way. On VTuber Twitter.
other things to talk about. Sometimes we want to look at funny memes or watch funny videos without having politics shoved down our throat. So a lot
Yeah.
of people thought it was really refreshing when a cosplay streamer was basically like, I don't want to talk about politics. Why are you coming to me for
Yeah, and that was like the most base thing I heard in the entirety of this year so far. So yeah, like basically saying, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to do this. I'm not talking politics. And then people were like, no, how dare you? That was the most stupid thing I heard like in entirety of the year when people started crying about that. And the most base thing that I heard this year was like saying, I don't want to do politics. I want to be entertainer. How this is like the way I say this is such a crazy thing, because like if we go back 10 years ago, if somebody said that, like, I want to be an entertainer, that would be like, yeah, you sure do, go for it, be an entertainer, you don't have to do the politics, sure. And nowadays it's like people go on Twitter and like say, oh, I don't like it, she didn't say anything, cry.
politics? It was a perfectly sane, rational opinion, so of course like half the internet had a problem with it. It's just not
Yeah.
that hard to say f ICE. It's really not that hard to say f ICE, to be honest. It's so hard to just say f
Why do so many people want to fuck ice? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want with the ice cream? The ice cube. the ice fountain. Freaking. Maybe you want to fuck the iceberg. You know. Maybe you want to go to Antarctica and stick your pee in the hole or something.
Ice? It's
Or maybe sit on it. I mean that's easier. Maybe. I don't know.
not hard to say ice. Jesus Christ, how hard is it to just say ice? How hard is it to just say ice? How hard is it to just say ice and move on? Oh my god. Just say ice. It's not hard. Is it so hard to just say the line? Say the line. Say it. Jesus Christ, like at this point.
The knife.
Even if Emery did want to like abolish ice, even if she really did think ice, she shouldn't say it. Like I wouldn't say it at this point because this is just like, this is creepy. This is like a horde of zombies chasing after you. Hey, it's actually super easy to stream and have opinions. I'll show you. Ice, Donald Trump and everyone in his administration, Elon Musk, free Palestine, US is on stolen land built by stolen people.
Yeah, now make money. Brother, make money with those statements. I bet you many advertisers would not like that. I can tell you because I know.
Luigi did nothing wrong. Abortion is healthcare. Leave trans people the alone.
I mean, abortion is healthcare, kind of, sometimes. Sometimes it saves people.
These people literally just speak in bumper stickers, dude. Just like copy-pasting the internet leftist starter pack. What the hell am I looking at? I hate the Reddit ass.
They should have added, killing animals is wrong.
Hey, it's super easy. It's crazy like 1,000 years ago, this dude's ancestors were hunting mammoths. And now he's on here like, Men should not be speaking like this. I'm sorry. We need another war. The post that really seemed to kick this all off was made by Denims, the self-described largest female political streamer. Only because I don't stream, Denims. Only because I don't stream.
Does that mean she's going to be streaming? Lads, this is going to be content of the century. If she's going to start streaming, that's content of the century. I tell you.
Anyway, I don't have any like personal beef with Denims. This isn't like an own Denims video. We used to be kind of cool years ago, but she apparently has some opinions on Emaru, so let's hear her out. Never thought I'd see the day we'd be fence-sitting the modern Gestapo.
By the way, fun fact, I did a react to Rev, and the video was shit. It was a very shit react, so I just took it down. And I like that I have another go at this whole situation. I like that I have another go at this whole situation. So that's fun. That's fun.
Well, she's not fence sitting. She's just choosing not to talk about politics. Like in order to fence sit, you actually have to say something.
And by the way, I don't mean the video I reacted to was shit. I meant my video was shit. My reaction was shit. Like it was unwatchable in my opinion for me to react. Like basically what I'm saying. English. Wait a moment. English. Okay. I did a react. My reaction was okay, but personally, I don't think it was content worthy for it to stay on YouTube, so I removed it. And now I'm having another go at it because now I'm watching Shoe. Yes, there we go. Brain fart. Boom. Okay, back to the video.
She didn't even say anything. Like, how do you even know what her opinion is? Second of all, modern Gestapo. Why is everything the f***ing Holocaust? It's totally normal to criticize ICE. It's totally understandable to have issues with the things they are doing. But modern Gestapo? Don't you guys get tired of this shit? Like, don't you guys get tired of saying, like, isn't this exhausting after a while? Everything is Nazis, everything is the Holocaust, everyone is Hitler. It's like...
What was the Crystal Knight for them then? What was the Crystal Knight? I'm sorry, I should not be doing this, but I actually wonder, what is the equivalent of Crystal Knight for the leftists nowadays? Like, if ISIS is the Gestapo, if everybody is Hitler, then what is the Crystal Knight?
Nothing else bad ever happened in history. Like, what did they used to compare bad things to before World War II?
Crusades, Mongol invasions... what else? There's not much, actually.
Oh my god, you're literally Napoleon. Also,
You're literally Napoleon.
This racist chud. Like, where did the racism part, like, where did that come from? Listen, I don't get on camera and start talking about cars or math or taxes or investing or going outside or the plenty of other things I don't know about. I sit here and talk about the gender war and the culture war because I'm good at those things and that's what people watch me for. That is my lane and I stay in it. Amaru likes
Yeah, I mean,
what
true.
she's doing. Her audience likes what she's doing. There are
I don't have an audience, so I can do whatever the fuck I want.
plenty of other channels that will regurgitate your political takes back to you. Just turn
Yeah.
on TV. Turn on CNN. Most people, most normal people, are sick and tired of celebrities just like spewing their political takes completely unprompted. I don't f***ing
I mean, yeah.
care what
I personally,
Glub Shido thinks of politics, okay? Why does
I actually do care, you know? I wonder.
Glub Shido have to get on stage and start talking about how we're on stolen land or some shit? Why
Never mind. I no longer care. If it's like, see, I do care if it's like, you know, if it's that guy, let's say, if he had like not a copy cutter, you know, like a, you know, cookie cutter example of like, you know, this is bad because my manager said so. You know, the equivalent of that, like, because I swear to God, most of like the freaking celebrities, like basically say whatever their manager says is bad. Basically, like, oh, you go out there, you say this is and this is bad because it's going to give you a PR boost, quote unquote, and it's going to sound very ethical. Also, I need to move my desk. It's not straight. But never mind.
do you need your political opinions thrown up into your mouth by a celebrity like a fucking baby bird? Like, do you really want Sydney Sweeney throwing up in your mouth? Don't answer that. Don't.
Mad lads in the comment sections. I bet there is one. There is one.
Answer that. Please don't answer that.
She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to.
What do you mean? Hassan has a degree in politics. He talks politics. He's qualified. Maybe more people need to be like Hassan and have a degree in politics. By the way, I have a degree in media. I can talk politics as well. It crosses over, okay? It's a cross-contamination because media deals with politics. Smart. There you go. I don't know if she has a degree in politics. Maybe she does. Maybe she's qualified. Who knows? Who cares?
Say
I'm pretty confident that the internet has free speech right nowadays, and well, and then in 2026, in February 2026, it has free speech. It might not be. It might not have free speech very soon. That's what I'm saying. It might not have free speech very soon, but yeah, currently it does. So you can say anything basically and everything as long as you don't get banned, basically.
ice. It's not that hard of a concept.
You actually don't have to know what you're talking about in order to just say the line. What?
Yeah.
You should look into a topic, do your own research, come to your own conclusion, and form.
I mean, yes, that's true. However, it takes time and effort, and it's not as easy. And I need to go to work at 6 a.m. Boy, brother, no, don't burp. Pardon me, gentlemen. Pardon me. And you need to go to work at 6 a.m. and I don't want to do that, you know. Yeah, people are just brain dead. We need the 4-day work week, I think. Yeah, that sounds good.
Your own opinion on the topic. You should not just blindly, mindlessly say the line.
You know who doesn't do political content? Cutie Cinderella.
Ah, I'm not sure about that one.
Cutie Cinderella literally never does political content. And even she's capable of saying F ice.
That is a political statement.
What about Cinna? You don't have to be a political creator to recognize that it's not hard.
See, you don't have to be a political creator to talk about something, but you also don't have to say it when you're not a political creator. And there is a political statement and you might be losing viewers because of that. I wonder.
Hard to say F ice.
You don't have to be a political content creator to say the line. All your other friends are saying the line, Emaru. Why aren't you saying the line, Emaru?
L ice. Okay, but unironically though, f them. Straight up. Hey, f them. Yeah, it's them.
How much did you get paid for that? Where is the you know, the invoice?
Don't care. If you don't
The
like when I say
invoice.
that, it's you too. You know what I mean? It's really that easy for me. I'm telling you right now.
There's Emaru's roommate saying the line. Aren't we all proud of her? By the way, where are all her friends during all of this? Where are all her morally righteous, good guy, big streamer friends while this is all going down? While she's being dragged by half of the internet for doing absolutely nothing wrong. This girl who literally just came out of an allegedly abusive relationship. This girl who literally just got assaulted, grabbed by some freak at a convention. Now this girl is going through all of this. I guess it's fine to be silent when your friend is getting dragged by half of the internet, but don't you dare stay silent about current thing. I don't even know this woman, and I'm sticking my neck out for her because it pisses me off seeing this kind of shit happen to people who absolutely do not deserve it.
If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your fucking country.
I disagree, because there is no politician that actually cares about people that are younger than freaking 50. There you go.
You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole taxes thing, so I'm just not gonna pay for it. You can't say like, well, I'm just not gonna care about all this politics stuff.
When someone doesn't have an
I would like to say that if there is, I'm pretty confident that there is enough people that would say, I don't agree with this thing called taxes. Actually, I think it's more than 50%. 50% is what you need, 51% is what you need to get a president, by the way, in some countries. In some countries you need more. And actually 51% is what you need to have a majority and to have a ruling government. And yeah, the thing is, no freaking politician ever would remove taxes. So it's like, you can literally not care about taxes and you can just pay them. Yeah, you just have to pay the, you know, the living fee, the breathing, existing fee. There you go.
on a political topic.
By the way, fun fact: check how many people think that you don't pay taxes when you buy stuff. I bet you there is a lot of people that don't know that they pay taxes when they buy shit. Because the taxes are part of the freaking equation that adds up to like the freaking thing. Also, actually, that is not American thing because they don't actually. I don't know how buying stuff in America works because it's like you have flat fee maybe, and then when you take it to checkout, you get all of the bonus taxes on top of that, and then you get the real price, which was like $500 for like saying that costed like $2 or something.
People
I don't know.
like you might get a little mad. When someone doesn't pay their taxes, the government comes and arrests them.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the difference between those things.
There's this weird idea in America especially where like you can just be an adult and be like, oh, I don't care about politics.
Yeah. And you can do that in any country, anywhere.
What?
Many people, most people, do not care that much about politics. I know to you and me that's like mind-blowing, that's like unfathomable, because our whole life is politics, our job is politics, like I get it. But most people's lives do not revolve around politics.
Some people have families, some people have friends, some people have hobbies, some people like to watch VTubers, other people like to watch not safe for work material. Some people like to subscribe to OnlyFans, some people like to subscribe to Fansly, some people like to subscribe to Spotify, some people like to subscribe to Netflix. People like to do stuff. Wow.
They do other things other than fight with strangers online.
Yeah. I mean, that is also a hobby, I think. Fighting with strangers online is a hobby. I participated in that. I play Valorant and League of Legends sometimes, and TFT. So yeah, I do participate in that. me saying the nastiest thing to my duelist because he doesn't do stuff.
I know, but man, do I envy them. I was so much happier before I knew. Sadly, it is getting harder and
I was never a happy boy. I was into politics at a very young age, unfortunately.
harder for the average person to not care about politics because politics is seeping into literally everything. Politics will be bending you.
Oh, by the way, if you are like a young guy watching this, if you are a history nerd, mate, if you're into history, you're gonna evolve into a politics guy, you know? And then nothing is fun anymore.
over and spreading your cheeks and going in dry whether you want it or not. And unfortunately, the people who are like, I just want to be left alone, are the people who are the most fucked by politics. Also,
Yeah.
more importantly, Emiru wasn't saying that she doesn't care about politics. She was saying she didn't want to talk about politics. I
Yeah.
feel like that is a huge...
She said she's unqualified to do so. She does care, but she's not qualified to give a proper statement, or she doesn't feel qualified to give a proper statement. Why? Because people will listen, and then people will talk. Well, people will talk about it, and that might cause controversy, and might potentially result in less sponsorships and money. Money talks, you know.
huge difference. I care a lot about
Okay, let me be honest. If you have 5 people in the room, the guy that puts $100 on the table is the loudest guy in the room.
like skincare, but I don't get on here and talk about like peptides and collagen to my audience because they don't give a shit. They're here to watch me say feminism.
Ah, yes, peptides. You have the thing. Yeah, protein.
This doo-doo and make silly little faces at the camera. Yeah, you like that shit? I hate when grown women don't have a
This is why I feel like 90% of people are here for that sort of content. And then the 10% is people that come here to react. And then, the 10% is people that come here to react and like politics, maybe.
mind of their own. You are 28 years old. Please develop a mind of your own. All she does is pander to anime gooner men. No
Emiru is 28. That's young. Wow. I didn't realize she's that young.
mind of her own. I never liked Emiru, so finding out she's stupid and doesn't have a mind of her own is nice. The audacity! If she didn't have a mind of her own, she would have mindlessly parroted the shit you want her to say. She would have mindlessly just been like,
Yeah, she would have. Like, if you are brain dead, then you would be like, oh yeah, you want me to say that? Oh, I'm gonna say that, yes.
Ice. If Emiru came out and was like, actually, I think Ice is doing a fine job. Do you think they'd be like, ah, yes, she has a mind of her own? No, absolutely not. They are not angry that she doesn't have an opinion. They are angry that she doesn't have their opinion. The absolute audacity to say that this woman doesn't have a mind of her own while thousands of you people swarm her like drones, barking orders at her to say the line. You guys literally operate like the fucking Borg. So what I'm gathering is that Emiru is a grown woman who acts like a frail, silly little girl to entertain fat, dirty, incel, Asian fetisher weirdos, and is okay with that, but draws the line at saying Ice is bad. Emiru and Asmon's audience are the same. Incels love Emiru because she confirms the image of the anime bimbo stereotype that incels worship. She definitely cultivated an audience who, in the end of all things, are...
I like how it's just... I don't know why, but this is the equivalent of like people saying Asmongold is incorrect because he looks like a homeless man. Apologies to Asmongold. Potentially, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if he cares enough and feels like he probably doesn't give a fuck about that statement, but like, apologies, mate, you know, you look homeless sometimes. just like, yeah. But yeah, but this is the equivalent of that because it's just like saying, oh yeah, because she's the Asian woman, the imaginary perfect waifu of every freaking incel or something. Like, I don't know how to feel about this because it's like so confusing. Like, why would you compare? I mean, I understand that there is crossover between Emiru's and Asmongold's audience and stuff like that. You know, OTK, blah 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 blah, stuff like that. Twitch. But yeah. What I'm thinking here is like they are attacking her for completely different reasons. They're just saying like, oh, because she's a pretty girl, she is against us. Because she's Asian woman that is fetishized by all of those men. Oh, wow. I don't know. Like, this is such a confusing way of like being disrespectful to someone. This is like, it's blowing my mind. I feel like it's harder to be rude. Like, it's easier to be rude to like men because you can just say, oh yeah, fat, homeless, mentally, I mean, when you go to like terms like mentally disabled, racist and whatever, then you don't care. But like saying you're fat and homeless, then yeah. that gets to you sometimes, you know? It's easy. It's easy to say that.
Reactionary. She appeals to violent racists who fetishize Asian women. What the
Also, I feel like, okay, go back. My brain is dying. Go back. They're attacking the audience. Like, why would you attack the audience? There's no point attacking the audience. Audience didn't say anything. Audience wanted a opinion. Well, one guy wanted a opinion. But the audience, like, get them out. There's a lot of people.
is this Asian fetish thing? Are they just saying
Yeah.
this because she's fucking Asian?
Yeah, they're racist.
Like, I'm trying to find a clip of Emeru saying sucky sucky $5 or something, but it just
I would say that. If someone donated me $5, I would say that. Sure.
it doesn't exist. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's not a coincidence that she answered the question this way, and that her fan base consists heavily on Asian fetishes. I don't know where this is coming from. And the woman saying this is literally an OnlyFans, like an Asian OnlyFans model. Like, I'm sorry. Are you really the person to be talking about fetishization here? The most.
Give me a moment. I'm here thinking like, my brain is trying, and I'm like, I can't figure this out. This is so confusing, mate. Like, you are a Asian girl that has OF, and you're being rude to this other Asian girl that is Twitch streamer. I mean, different lines of work, you know, different types of jobs, but you're attacking her. Go back.
OnlyFans model.
Go back.
Coming from, and the woman. Right, and
There we go. And she's attacking her because her audience consists of heavily of Asian fetishists, and that is her own personal audience as well. She's attacking her own audience, by the way, guys. This is great.
Her fan base.
Fantastic.
OnlyFans, like an Asian.
Yeah, go.
Part of all this
Yes.
had to be when her ex-boyfriend, her allegedly abusive ex-boyfriend, posted his own.
Yeah.
Guys, in the
Great. He got hit with a plushie before he posted that.
middle of his
Bet.
ex-girlfriend from being canceled for not saying it. Like, how fucking petty do you have to be to subtweet your ex like that? Another character involved in all this is former booby streamer Caseytron.
It reminds me of whenever Amarath started wearing a cowboy hat, because that's whenever she started going like full Nazi, basically. She started wearing the cowboy hat. It's like whenever these Texas girls in like these Austin, Texas streamer circles start wearing cowboy hats, that's whenever you gotta watch out.
A woman in Texas wearing a cowboy hat? Lord, take me out.
I thought she's gonna do a skit where she puts a cowboy hat on.
Back behind the shed. Put me out of my misery if I ever become this politically brain rotted. Holy shit.
Like, you know that she probably has like weird incels donating her hundreds of dollars. It's because, like, in my opinion, like, it's all a facade to appeal to the worst type of men. Because, like, really,
If a guy has $5 and you get the $5 from a guy, $5 is yours. Business is business.
misogynistic shit.
I should like, and I would should say like, and I did that in very, I did that in quite the Indian accent. I'm sorry, but it sometimes does happen. My brain is dying, but yes, my brain is dying. Somebody is going to say in the comments, do you have brain cancer or something? Your brain is constantly dying. No, I'm trying to be intellectual sometimes, you know? Sometimes being intellectual is hard. But yes, pardon me. I should have ended that quote with saying something that was a quote by like some Indian guy or something. Like give a random Indian name. But yes, business is business.
Incel-like men, they like a woman that doesn't have any opinions. I think that she also plays into how
I feel like there's a bunch of guys that like women that have opinions. Actually, I think many guys do. Many guys would be probably also be happy if they didn't, but many guys actually do like women with opinions. Why? Because if she has opinions that are actually like maybe similar to your opinions, maybe you can actually get along. Wow. Surprise, you know? So opinions actually work sometimes in the advantage of some men. Not all men. Some men. And here I should give a go talk about something like, oh yeah, because there are those leftist guys that used to be right wing, but they turned left wing because they wanted the boobies. Yes.
A lot of incels will fetishize Asian women. Her whole platform is just like appealing to like the worst.
I like how this thing censors the word like whole. Like
men. She's like basically like she's like a pick-me for like incel freaks.
So this fucking pick-me shit, dude, it's gonna be the death of me. Before making this video, I watched a bunch of Emaru stuff, and I saw no signs of like pick-me behavior at all. At least with some streamers or some YouTubers. People could be like, oh, they criticize women, so they're trying to be like one of the good ones, and they're a pick-me. Like, okay, sure, like...
I'm different than all of those male VTubers. that I had to do that. That joke was there. That joke was there, you know?
We all know that's retarded, but at least I can, like, kind of see where... How is Emaru a pick-me? She doesn't even do that shit. Like, where is the pick-me thing coming from? No, really, though, what makes her a pick-me and not the booby streamer or OnlyFans models calling her a pick-me? You are literally selling your body for men to consume. If men do not pick pictures of your ass, you can't pay rent. There's no bigger pick-me on earth than a fucking porn star.
Yeah.
And me. I don't care about being called pick me. I've been doing this for over a decade now.
that was I was like, okay, yeah, good joke, and then she was like, bounce back, me, and I was like, ooh, that was a solid hit.
Now, I'm used to it. I've been called it thousands of times. I'm a 35-year-old married mother. I do not give a shit. I do care, however, when other women are called pick-me for the crime of not following a hive mind. I see it so often in, like, the VTuber community. Like, all these VTuber anime women will be called pick-me's for just saying their opinions. You have to
Wow. What's the name of a VTuber? What's the name of a VTuber? Couldn't come up with any. God damn it. I can't land the joke.
Like, to these people, whenever a woman has like an opinion that is not like the corporate HR approved opinion of the week, whenever a woman doesn't toe the line of the current thing, in this case,
like
whenever a woman doesn't say anything, she's called a pick-me. You know, she just
I mean, like most VTubers don't really do politics. It's pretty rare, and when there are some that do, like, you know, Smugglana does social commentary. Okay, there we go. Skip that. She like, Smugglana is weird because, like, I don't know why my mental just associates her with politics, but I clearly know that she does social commentary sometimes, or social reactionary. God damn it, not that. Social reaction person. There we go. Social commentary reaction person. There we go. Big word. Yeah. Leaflet is political. There we go.
must have these opinions for men. No other reason. Every woman is secretly a big...
I feel like I'm gonna be called a Nazi because I said both, like, Smugglana and Leaflet, and the freaking, like, within a span of like 2 minutes or something.
Progressive feminist. And if they're not, they're just doing it for male attention. Because I'm sure someone who looks like this is really starving for male attention.
And then in my opinion, it's like, she's not entertaining whatsoever. She's like, I would literally rather watch paint.
Wow. The idea of someone not being entertaining. Wow. Because entertainment is subjective. Wow. Like, there's, like... You could watch me and say I'm trash. I would watch myself and I would say I'm trash. You could watch me and say I'm bloody entertaining. Wow. Oh, that is a compliment, lads. That is a great compliment. Oh, my back.
Dry.
I had to stretch.
Because you know what is far more entertaining than a cute, high-energy cosplay streamer reacting to memes? This is way more entertaining, and if you don't agree, you're just like an incel. Okay, bitch. Eventually, after a few days of being dogpiled by the most annoying people on Earth, Emerald came out with a statement. Hello, it's very rare I will speak my mind, but I'd rather get my thoughts out there, so apologies if this is long. There's a clip from my stream that's been circulating a lot, so I'd like to explain it for anyone who was hurt or shocked by it. It should go without saying that no one deserves to live their life in fear of being killed or taken away from their homes or families, regardless of who is doing it, but especially not because of ICE or any other government agency. I understand the world is a very cruel and messed up place. You don't have to study politics or actively read the news to know that. I would never want to invalidate anyone who struggles with those things. And an agency causing fear and suffering deserves zero support. To me, that's not even political. It's basic human empathy. Now, I thought that statement was perfectly fine. My issue with it is, she didn't have to make it. She was basically forced to go out and say her opinion. So did these freaks finally back off?
No.
Who made her opinion about ICE?
I remember that. I remember like it was yesterday. What they did, they were more angry. They wanted more. They wanted the blood.
Clear? No. Of course not. Nazi response. TLDR,
wow.
Go yourself in your PR apology.
Wow.
Of fucking course she's another dumb Girl, we are not as dumb as you look. You're still a racist chud, but continue to enjoy the money you get from your incel audience because they're disgusting, just like you. All I hear is, I support Israel and my name is Emaru. Wait, what?
What did the Israel have to do with this? They didn't do anything. They're over there in the Middle East. No one in America.
Did Israel come from? What? I don't like to talk about politics equals I'm a Nazi.
It was probably Indian bot. It was the bot from Tamil. Tamil is Tamil a city? Bloody hell! I'm having a okay. Pardon me, gentlemen. I'm having Tamil is a language. I think I might have mistaken from something. I wonder if Tamil is a city in India though. Tamil. Oh no, I don't want to. I don't want to update my Brave. Tamil. Ah no. Tamil is not a city. Tamil is a region of India, state of India, Tamil Nadu. And the big city in Tamil Nadu is Chennai. Okay.
And I'm ashamed of my opinions. Everyone knows what's up. She's a fascist in disguise and is squirming.
By the way, for any Indians here, I'm not being rude or disrespectful to you guys, by the way. I respect you. Okay. It just happens that I tend to speak like that. And I'm not trying to be racist. It just ends up like
You're
this.
Garbage Nazi-loving c***. You got orange around your mouth. Say F you, ass men.
What?
Gold. If you're neutral... Oh wait, if you're neutral, you might as well say you're MAGA. Stand for something, ho. That's what Trump wants. For everyone to be quiet about it. The idea of get off the internet is so fucking ignorant. This dumb cunt needs to shut her fucking mouth. Thank God her downfall is happening. I've been hating on her since day one and knew something was off about her.
If I would open up the bloody, what is it called? Twitch stats. Let's say Twitch stats. I would probably see that the viewers didn't change.
A good statement.
Solid Gnome. There we go. Solid Gnome.
She implicitly disavowed
That's a good
ICE,
example of the
but not
website.
so
I don't know
much
if
the
it's
actual
correct.
Trump admin. Yeah, you disavowed ICE, but what about the whole Trump administration? They're like literally the mouse from If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I was like reading that book to my toddler the other day.
What's the book about?
And I was like, oh my god, this is literally Twitter. You cannot give them an inch, dude. Of course are incel fans swooping in to protect the poor little 28-year-old. Ah yes, incels. Known for defending women online.
Yeah.
What? What the does the word incel even mean?
Someone that doesn't get laid, apparently.
Anymore? Does it just mean man now?
Yeah, could mean man. I have to come out, okay? I'm an incel. Wow. Are you an incel as well, chat? Oh wait, I'm streaming right now. It's not. There is no chat. Are you the person watching this? Are you a incel? Or maybe ladies out there, are you incels as well? We have to be inclusive, you know.
It just means man. Man I do not like. I had no idea.
No, actually, I think I think maybe they mean white man. There we go, a white man. Oh.
This was a thing until yesterday.
So I feel like I'm excluding a whole group of people with that, but whatever. If you're a white man or woman, are you a incel?
How come no one told me Emeru low-key a femcel? Femcel!
That
Emeru's
is...
a femcel! Oh my...
I feel like we are going... Like... You know when you dig a hole, right? You go deeper and deeper. We are getting into the magma level right now. We are literally like about to set ourselves on fire. It's getting hot. Like mental brain cells went out the window ages ago. There's no mental brain cells. We just keep on digging until we set ourselves on fire.
Do people just not know what words mean anymore?
No, they do you think? Okay, this is what like something I would ask her if like I could ever ask her. Do you think people know what a language even is? Because they don't know what language even is. They don't know words. They just throw them around. Like half of the time, they don't even know what the definition is.
Coming to these conclusions. I mean, have you looked at her? I mean, look at her. Look at her.
Yeah.
Just look at her. Look at her.
Yeah, I saw Emir on her stream a couple of times when she was playing eugenics. Yeah, the game was fun. I like how I'm just saying it's just like, oh yeah, I was on the stream. I saw her a couple of times. Yeah, the game. I'm talking about eugenics. Like I don't really care about like she's a pretty girl, whatever.
Yeah, sorry, I don't see it. I think you guys just might be mentally ill. We need to do
Yeah,
something
they
about
are mentally ill.
male-centered women. Okay, first of all, nothing is more male-centered than centering your life around hating men. Men just live rent-free in your fucking head. Take it up with God, go to therapy, do literally anything else than make it our problem. Fuck her, and especially fuck her bestie Asmongold. I hope you get kirked. Dirty old woman too scared to say fuck guys to keep her incel audience happy. Let's hope she gets abused again. It couldn't happen to a better person. Next time this cunt is assaulted, I'm gonna laugh and laugh. Fuck her and fuck guys and fuck you if you support this cunt.
This is such a bad statement. It's like saying, if somebody gets assaulted, I'm gonna laugh. It's like, well, if you're gonna get assaulted, then I'm not saying you should, but then if somebody does laugh, then that's on you. Because I don't think anybody should ever get assaulted. We should be living in a society that's free of that shit. And we should be punishing people that do that, you know?
She deserved what Miskiff did to her. Fuck Emeru for supporting
The fuck?
ICE. I genuinely hope this bitch gets. Okay. I
Oh my days.
Holy shit. What is wrong with these people? See, you don't understand. I'm good.
We are 22 minutes in, and I'm like losing faith in humanity. And that's Americans only. Bro. Actually, maybe it's people also outside of America. But yeah, whatever. I hope half of them are Indian bots.
Which makes it okay for me to
Maybe they're Pakistani bots. Or bots from Nigeria or something.
say fucked up things about bad guy. You think saying that to someone is fucked up? Well, you should be abused too. Because you're probably also bad guy. It's called being on the right side of history, Chud.
The right side of history. Imagine that existing.
Look it up. Nazis deserve death. And silence is
Mm,
compliance.
that's an interesting statement.
May I just remind the audience that this is what she said.
If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we need to do the Nuremberg Trials 2.0 because that is such a horrendous statement. It's going to start Third World War, you know? Wow.
A Nazi that deserves
Honestly, I wonder what is the equivalent of Nuremberg Trials now for those guys.
death. What? After making her terrible statement full of lies, Emeru decided to follow right-wing grifter Shoe on Head. Of course, Emeru is full of lies.
That is big news. A big news social media. Big news. This is like the paparazzi taking a picture of, you know, of like two people that hate each other becoming friends, basically, somehow, or something like that, you know?
Emeru decided to follow right-wing grifter Shoe on Head.
This literally sounds like shit from Tabloid.
Of course, Emeru is now following a fellow pathetic pick-me for being quiet about ICE. They both don't want to piss off their
I like how we went from video being about Emiru to video being about Emir following Shoe on Head.
100% right-wing gooner fan base. For the record, my fan base is probably like 70% right-wing and 80% Gooner. Okay, but for some reason...
70% right-wing, 80% Gooner. That adds up to... Let me see. Oh, big number. That is 150%.
They didn't mind when I came out and harshly criticized ICE in my last video. Yes, some
Yeah.
disagreed, but for the most part, they didn't care. As long as you aren't preaching from an ivory...
I mean, if you are not if you are giving reasonable responses, nobody's going to bat an eye on that. Like, I could say something that comes up here. I'm a European, so I can say that ICE is bad because they are killing people sometimes, but I personally like agree with the fact that they kind of exist and do something. Like, they are not being the best about doing the thing, but they are doing the thing, you know? Like, if you can't do the thing regularly, then you're gonna do it by force. That's what I think. Wow, I'm being rude. Wow. Maybe let's think from my European playground here. Let's think. UK, there we go. I disagree with the thing that's currently happening with the anime bans. There we go. Blah, 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 blah.
With no
That was such a quick statement. It's like, oh yeah, let's read this out, you know?
nuance, rhyme, or reason.
And then somebody's going to check what that is, and they're gonna go see what Chibi Reviews did about, talked about that, and then they're gonna be like, "You disgusting piece of, I don't like
People
it."
don't care. I'll say some shit like, "We should decommodify housing," and the right wing.
What?
In my audience are just like, okay, call me mommy. These people cannot fathom a universe where people just disagree. Oh, you're just scared. You don't want to upset your chud audience. I upset my chud audience.
I mean,
every goddamn day. You're the one.
Yeah, she upsets she upsets everybody. She doesn't, but like, if you're capable of upsetting everybody, I feel you're on the right side of history. Maybe that is the right side of history. Upsetting everybody.
Everyone's terrified of your own fucking cult. God forbid you only agree with 99% of the hive mind approved opinions. God have mercy on your soul. I do not envy you. Once you bend the knee to these people, once you apologize or capitulate, it's over. These people don't actually want an apology. They want to humiliate you. They want to drag you down. At the end of the day, they have found a socially acceptable way to bully people. That's what this is. A lot of people in response to Emeru's statement were like, why did you apologize to the mob? You know, you bent the knee, you're a coward. And honestly, people don't realize how insane it can get. These people, the cult of the cry bully, they come in swarms, they get in your head, they
Finally, she name dropped the cult of the cry bully.
Prey on your empathy. They isolate you from your friends. They make you feel like a terrible person for having...
I feel like those people that are like, you know, the Twitter cry bullies, outside of the bots, they're like the type of person that is just like, they went to school, they had like, there's like, they had like this tiny friend group, they were rude to like this one weird guy, probably, and they were satisfied with that, and then they went online and thought, there's so many of that one weird guy here, I'm gonna deal with all of those, and then they realize, and now they're in like a never-ending fight, basically. Oh, fight of attrition.
Having milquetoast normal-ass opinions, or in this case, no opinion. And when you are someone who is not used to dealing with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable state of mind, it is very easy for these cult-like tactics to work. This works especially well with women in particular, not to be sexist, but it's just true.
Not to be sexist, but it's true. We can agree on this here, yeah.
The only people who are immune to this are like autistic people. I swear to God, people on the spectrum
depends. Depends on the type of autistic person, I would say. Like, some autistic people would be like, I don't give a fuck. And some autistic people would have a paranoia about something. Like, you send them one email, and there's like basically a threat of like, you know, you doxing them. And then they're gonna be like, oh no. Oh, I'm never leaving my house again. I'm moving to the other side of Earth. They got me, mate. They got me. I'm moving. Can't live here anymore. What if someone pops up with a knife? I mean, no, not happening. I'm out. And then they move.
Cry bully tactics. What happened is Emeru just saw like a shit ton of people who were mad at her, and she wanted to do the correct thing. Unfortunately, this is just gonna make it worse. And they're moving on to what...
And then you have me midway in the video saying, pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. Like, can I ask the King of England to give me a noble pardon so I don't have to say pardon me for everything I do?
Their favorite tactics.
the big question in everyone's mind is, well, are you still friends with Asmongold?
While it is appreciated that you are taking a stand and clarifying the clip,
Mm.
you do continue to be vague about how deep your associations with Asmon are. So hopefully you've cut ties with that hate-mongering Nazi troll Asmon, right? Glad you made this and owned up.
Oh, we are moving to the Asmongold chapter of the video.
But you're still friends with Asmongold, so it doesn't read as earnest. Almost a decent explanation. But the elephant in the room is that your friendship with Asmongold is holding this back from seeming sincere. Okay, now what about your best friend Asmongold? Denounce Asmon or I'm not taking this seriously. You're friends with Assmold.
Okay.
Assmold?
I'm pretty sure she's still friends with Asmongold.
Now whatever you think of Asmongold, he is friends with Emeru. They are friends, even though they disagree with each other.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
I literally said, like, I don't agree with the things he says. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Like, fucking shoot him on stream?
Yes, that is what they want you to do.
That would be a mad controversy.
Yes. Around 2018, I was facing nearly daily harassment for being friends with someone who was on the right. Hundreds of people were on my ass like every day. They were calling my job. They got emails of my family members. It was like non-stop. Now, this person was a good friend of mine, but in order to get all these people off my back, I did probably the cringiest thing ever, and I publicly disavowed her. Publicly disavowed a friend of mine over political differences. Now, for those of you who are new here, that sounds like something I would never do, but I did it. I bent the knee to a faceless mob of people who hate me.
And then she realized, you give them a finger, are they gonna bite your hand? And then, oh, bad things happen.
In return, I received nothing. The harassment.
Oh, never mind. She didn't receive anything.
Didn't stop. The hate didn't stop. Well,
even better. It's they did like I thought they're gonna be like she's gonna be like they bite your hand and no, never mind. They bite your finger and you lose a finger. You get nothing back.
Needless to say, karma is real, and the same thing happened to me years later. I was publicly disavowed by friends over political differences. This story ultimately does have a good ending. Me and my friend from 2018, we made up years ago, but looking back on all this in 2026 is extremely embarrassing. And if I knew what I knew now, I would have just told those people to go fuck themselves. But in the moment, it's incredibly stressful, and you just kind of want it all to stop. And you will do whatever you can to make it stop. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why so many people that do talk politics basically don't like want to associate themselves with anybody, because it just ends up being like, you know, weird basically. Because like they get harassed, okay, I'm going to be harassed, okay, yeah, but they don't want the harassment to spread, you know, to other people basically. That's why it's like hard to associate yourself with someone. And then there's also, if you like associate yourself with like someone, well, you're gonna get the hate, and then you have two choices. You're either gonna say, I don't like them anymore, or you can say, I don't give a fuck. Both choices are... No, both choices are equally bad, maybe? I don't know. There is no good way out of this, basically. That's what I'm saying. Because there is no good way out.
I understand why Emeru came out and made a statement. I just really hope she doesn't wind up disavowing friends over political differences like I did. It was a huge...
I don't think... I feel like Emiru is... She's been around for ages on the internet. She probably knows. I mean, she's friends with Asmongold. Like, I feel like he would say something like, oh yeah, you know, you don't have to do that. Nothing will change. That does sound like Asmongold, to be honest.
And it is not worth it, because you're going to find yourself surrounded by people who see you as a temporary ally, not a real friend. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a never apologize person. You should apologize if you actually do something wrong, if you actually wronged someone, but you shouldn't apologize to like a nebulous, faceless mob of people while facing down a barrel of a gun. There is nothing that she could say and no amount of money she could donate that could convince me she's not a soulless ghoul like all the men she's happily surrounded herself with for years. There's nothing you can ever do to please these people.
This statement here, this is more so Casey trying attacking Emiru for being a woman and not for whatever she did. I like how we are I like how we're just skipping the context here, you know.
There's nothing you can ever do to please these people.
Yeah.
So why bother? They will not be happy until you kill yourself, and even then they will dance on your grave.
Yeah.
And I know, like, with everything going on.
I mean, yeah, that's true, because it's like, oh yeah, oh, they died. Oh, hey, let's make jokes about that. And then nothing happens, and then they forget pretty much. Wow.
Right now, like, is this really a video about cancel culture in 2026? And it's like, yeah, I don't know. First of all, you should expect that. You clicked on a shoe on a head video. But
yeah.
Second of all, yeah, I feel like this is kind of important to talk about. I feel like
I'm so disappointed that we're getting back to cancel culture, because, like, okay, background check, media, media degree. I had like a couple of classes about comedy back in the days when I was at university, right? And we did a bit of cancel culture, because cancel culture is a very big part of comedy, you know? And guess what? You know? We talked about how it actually pretty much no longer exists at that point, because it was like around the time we talked about it, nothing major happened, so we thought like, yeah, maybe it died out. Maybe it's because people are no longer like saying crazy things on comedy. Maybe that's why, or saying like that. And now I'm here like seeing this, and I'm like, no. They just took a break. They just took like a bit of vacation, you know. They just became more radicalized over time somehow, and now everything is cancelable again.
Like this type of thing is part of the reason we are where we are right now. This type of stuff drives people away from the left, and more importantly than that, it's just evil. I saw some leftists covering Emaru being canceled, and they were like, the cultural shift is here. Woke 2.0, we don't play around. We're
Woke 2.0, now with free DLC. Pay the big corporation so you get likes and get approved, and maybe get Grok saying that, yeah, you're doing great, bestie, just for $150. Yay. Honestly, Elon Musk should give those people a like Grok woke, which is like a sensitive version of Grok, you know, watered down. And what it does, it gives like the person additional like 5 likes for the post they do, and maybe like 2 comments from Grok himself. You know, I mean not Grok himself, Grok woke. There we go. Yeah, he should do that, and it should cost $150. Or maybe $200, or maybe $250. Maybe we can go up, you know. Maybe they're gonna pay more, but we can go up for eternity, basically, yeah. And people would pay for that, and then they would be happy. Yes.
now Woke 2.0, because Woke 1.0 worked out so well for you guys in the country, right? You're supposed to learn from your mistakes, not double down and get worse. I don't know how you can look at the last 10 years and be like, we have got to get more annoying. Like, what are you doing? Attacking
It's spreading like a wildfire.
Normie streamers for not wanting to be involved in political discourse. Also,
yeah.
I feel like this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. When I'm not smearing, like, the left as a whole, okay? This isn't fucking Fox News. This isn't the Nuxanor channel. I'm well aware there are plenty of left-wing people, especially in my audience, who feel the same way I do. I'm talking about a certain faction of the...
I mean, there are people that are like, can actually like comprehend the idea that something is bad, but it's like a necessary evil, I would say. Or like something is like, I'm pretty sure that most left-wing people can appreciate the fact that someone is out there saying, I am underqualified to talk about this statement and I don't feel like talking about it. Like, I don't know why, but I feel like saying this, okay? Because on Twitter, there's like a bunch of VTubers that say, no politics, right? And it's because they don't want to listen to the right-wing politics. Like, if you talk about left-wing politics, there's the equivalent of saying no politics. But if you, like, say, I don't want to talk about that, and you don't give, like, a ancillary statement that's, like, maybe controversial, and they're gonna be like, you have the wrong idea. I don't like you. Maybe that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Online left. I was about to say it's like a loud minority, but I don't even think it's a minority anymore. I think it's like a majority. Like, I feel like...
No, Please. Don't scare me like that. I'm having a heart attack over here. Like, don't say that they became a majority. Like, no. It's bots, okay? Like, it has to be bots. I swear to God, it has to be bots. There can't be this many.
I feel like I'm one of the only ones like holding down the fort. Like me and Anna Kasparian. And every day I'm called a right-wing grifter for being like, hey, maybe we can focus on the issues that like actually affect.
Maybe we can make people not work for 5 days, get depressed, get broke, homeless, and whatever.
The working class, you know, things that actually help people, not stupid.
Free healthcare that's actually functional. That's see, you guys in America don't have free healthcare yet. Once you do, if you ever do, you're gonna realize it's dog shit. You know why? You have to wait 2 years for a certain procedure, and then blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's how it works. It doesn't work. You have to make it functional. By the way, you want to know why it's like the way it is? The medical, like, you have to get into medical school. Getting into medical school is like unnecessarily hard, and I hope that with AI it's going to get like maybe slightly easier to get into medical school, and that we're gonna have a bunch of doctors, and like, I mean proper doctors, like proper doctors, you know, and then they're gonna flood the market someday, and then we're gonna have cheap healthcare. Imagine that. Cheap healthcare. Imagine. One day, I'm telling you. I'm being overly optimistic here, am I?
Fucking shit, like going after e-girl cosplay streamers. Like,
wow.
Can we just get back to the fact that we are all being ruled by satanic billionaire pedophiles who may or may not be eating children, please?
Yeah.
In conclusion, Emaru did nothing wrong. People are tired of having politics shoved down their throat, and you don't need to speak about things you don't want to speak about.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to say the line, actually.
Yeah.
This is mass psychosis, rivaling on 2020. These people are trying to socially ostracize this woman for not putting like a black square on her Instagram. They're just mad at Emaru.
The black square on the Instagram. No. Please. Don't remind me of that.
We're not doing like the ice bucket challenge or some shit. Like that's basically what is happening here.
Oh, you're being cancelled because you didn't do the ice bucket challenge. You did not support cancer research or something. Was that it? That was the ice bucket challenge for, right? Cancer research, I think.
If you are going to streamers for political information, you are cooked. If you are going to Shoe on Head for political information, you are deep fried. So,
ooh, deep fried.
That was that little video. If you liked my yapping, please subscribe, and if you can, donate to my Patreon.
Yeah. Okay, I can end the video here. So yeah. I don't. By the way, I had big mouth movements. Hopefully in this video, because I maybe fixed my mouth and I added my microphone to my VTuber studio, so we potentially, yes, might be speaking more nowadays. More mouth movement, less closed mouth, yes. But yes, if you enjoyed the video, I enjoyed the video, actually. God damn, I always forget about this. I enjoyed the video. There we go. Oh. Hello? There we go. I broke it. I enjoyed the video, and what the hell? There we go. I enjoyed the video, and if you enjoyed the video, link in the description. If you enjoyed my video, then you can leave a like, comment down below, maybe tell me what I should react to next, subscribe, and fuck, I'm getting out of frame again. I'm too tall. And see you another time. Goodbye.